Brent, two explosive backcourts. When you were playing, who was the toughest guard that you found to defend?
Well, I would start off with a guy named Allen Iverson. And the reason that I start with that, Kevin, the reason I start with Kevin is I just saw the back of the jersey all the time, so I remember Iverson clear as day. But if I went deeper, I would tell you guarding the Hall of Famer Mitch Richmond at a time when he was playing for the Sacramento Kings, they would run an offensive set, much like for Reggie Miller, multiple screens by a bunch of guys who were big and strong. That was not good for me to try to fight through those kind of screens. But if you gave Mitch Richmond 8 inches, 2 points.
And Richmond was strong and had bulk to his body.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
I can see the bruises. Here's Beal, following the basket by John Wall. Beal's shot is good.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Caldwell poke with it, and it's Iguodala picking him up. Outside for George. First quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Green. That falls. Nice speed that time from George.
Yeah, we love when great offensive players get in a scoring rhythm, but Paul George right now in a great passing rhythm tonight.
Here's Wall. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up, GA. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with the steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time he might time that a little bit better and get a hand on
it. And finished off by Davis.
How about the instincts defensively? AD skilled at understanding when to go after and use those arms to get steals.
Gobert. And Covington sends it back. Got that bucket in no time at all. Levine's got 5.
Man, they're making everything and look confident. 5 shots, 5 makes.
Here's George. And George with the stuff.
Well, on that kind of move, Paul George is such a great scorer. He can stay in control, even at full speed. Well, Portland being up there in the PNW, that's the Pacific Northwest, always means a lot of air miles. Matter of fact, they lead the league pretty much every year in distance travel.
Pass to Green. Outside, Beal. Sinks the triple. 5 points in the game.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitors.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And Wall. Here we go now. And it's Davis finishing it off.
That's just such good touch. I mean, with that length, Kevin, once he turns, he's got a shooting window that feels wide open.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Over in the corner, Caldwell poke. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Right, you talk about all that travel for the Blazers. That can wear you down.
Well, interesting. The Blazers have done some particular things off the floor for their players, bringing in UV lights into the locker rooms, coffee before the game. It's very much hipster Pacific Northwest.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And they shot 81% from the line last season as a team, so you really can't find fault with what they're able to do there.
Outside Covington. And it's off from three-point range. Trailblazers trailed by 6. Here's George. That one's not going to go. Good D by Covington. Pass to Davis. The kick out to Wall. Back to Davis. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. You have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. Most every team now, Brent, looking to run when they can run. Who's the most lethal big man in transition? Can get baseline to baseline in a hurry and make a difference at the other end.
Don't think I've seen any player do the type of things at his size and with his stride than Giannis. I just think there were eye-popping plays that people could not wrap their head around what it is he could do. Taking 2 steps from half court, lengthening out his right arm to finish at the rim, grabbing offensive rebounds from the block, not taking any steps and dunking it over the top and getting to the free throw line. Giannis running in transition as a big is a problem for the defense.
And all that on the offense, but on his defensive side, he was always doing the same kind of things defensively. Blocking shots, blocking out, whatever the case may be.
Yep, causing, I mean, just the simple fact of being a deterrent, Kevin, to people coming into the lane and using that length. I mean, Giannis Antetokounmpo is something special in that regard as a
Both
big.
ends of the floor, I totally agree.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. Bledsoe's got his second bucket tonight.
Bledsoe loving to take on this challenge here, not fearing getting hit on the way up.
Inside. Shots good by Green. Green's got his second basket.
Now that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Oubre outside. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist.
Can't lay off Oubre that far. He's good at taking advantage of that separation.
DeRozan surveying the D. High post, Gobert. Outside, Beal. Nurkic with the block.
Nurkic seeing an opportunity there to make the impact defensively with the block.
And so Zach Levine making things happen for Washington. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has and hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. Now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do with the fast break.
All right, David, a welcome change. Thank you.
Draymond Green making a good call that time in the open court.
Well, whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny that Draymond Green is one of the more unique players in the league.
There really isn't anyone else like Draymond. I mean, who does everything for a team but score. I mean, not only can he play all positions on both ends of the floor, but also to be the emotional leader. Truly a special player.
Pass to Covington. Releases from 15. The shot is good off the backboard. And now a 5-point Wizards lead. Here's DeRozan. Outside for George. Back to DeRozan. Shot clock at 6. Second shot opportunity. No good on the shot. Good D by Covington. And it's Davis at the elbow. And it's Davis finishing it off.
Just a stellar effort from Anthony Davis, sprinting down the floor, one of the fastest bigs in the league, and he gets rewarded.
Back to DeRozan. Portland moving the ball around. Here's George. Rebound, Washington.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Davis, and the shot goes in. Davis has got the lead up to 9 now for Washington.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for them here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Here's Washington now. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Covington wide open, he fires. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
DeRozan. Off the left rim and out.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it work.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Albert Covington picks one up.
And powering it home. He ends a 12-0 run by the Wizards.
The Trailblazers shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. Kick out to Levine. Off target from outside.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
And the slam dunk by Wall.
And how about John Wall? Just outstanding at sprinting down the floor and just jumping all over the defense.
Here's George. Outside for Redick. Pass to DeRozan. Clock at 6. To the middle. Here's Noah. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Noah's got his first basket of the night. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Covington in the corner. Offline with his 3. Trailblazers trailed by 10. Back to DeRozan. Pass to George. There's 1:40 left in the first half of the game. And George with the stuff.
Well, keep it or dish it. Those are the decisions Paul George is trying to make, and he makes the right one there.
Washington calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Good touch there. Oubre outside the three-point arc and knocks one down.
And whether or not he's making shots, you have to love what Kelly Oubre brings on defense.
Yeah, the versatility on the defensive end, maybe to a point, Kevin, where he can guard the 1 through 4 position, has this coaching staff excited.
Shots good by Bledsoe.
Well, he knows he's going to get bodied, but Eric Bledsoe pays it no mind. Wow, what a hoop there.
And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for the Portland Trail Blazers. 11-point game. That one, no good. Great D that time from Nurkic. All going up court. And Bledsoe with the stuff.
Well, Bledsoe at that size being able to get up onto the rim, Kevin, that is impressive stuff.
Noah high post. Outside, Redick. To the inside. Young. Another shot. And the rebound by Nurkic.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Bledsoe outside. Oubre, no one around him. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Oubre's got 5 points now this quarter. Knocks it loose. Oubre with the steal. With 1 on the clock. And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch. And so it's Washington. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Well, you have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. You know, Brett, we know guys love really jawing at each other. What was your criteria for issuing a double technical for trash?
Yeah, in today's game, it's kind of like it could be a whisper or a wink, you know, the way that they look at it.
It's both sides, doesn't it?
And they just try to curtail anything that could escalate, Kevin. That's really what the referees are doing. As soon as they see some kind of body movement or see guys starting that way, they want to cut it off before anything else happens. So the criteria is a little bit confusing. I like to see him get after it. So he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
And here's Covington from the arc. The shot, no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Pass to Iguodala. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. Portland needs to get off a shot. Here's Gobert. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
Yeah, so reliable. He clearly needs to be more involved in the offense as they try to shrink this lead.
Washington calls timeout. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower. Probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players and switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league. Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Beal gets a wide open look. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here is Wall. He has 6. Covington in the corner. Right side Davis. Nice ball movement by Washington. Hits it from three-point range. 9 points for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Pass to Gobert. It's stolen by Davis. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Outside, Levine. Davis with it. Stolen by George.
That's a bad miscue, but I think they've done a really good job keeping control of the ball throughout the game. It just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players, Kevin, playing today can do.
Covington's shot is off.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Wall with the steal. And then Levine with the jam.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Trailblazers trail by 14. The drive by Beal. It's tipped. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Davis.
Well, all good things must come to an end. Iguodala was shipped out from the Warriors last year to clear room for D'Angelo Russell. Traded to the Grizzlies to make room for the Warriors in the Russell deal. Ultimately, I think we'll have a great legacy for his time with Golden State.
Washington calls timeout.
And as most of us expected, Andre Iguodala continues to be a huge factor for anybody that he plays for. With his athleticism waning just a little bit, it's his experience and know-how that impacts the game the most. Just being in the right spot at the right time, taking the right calculated gamble. Andre Iguodala still impacting games at his age.
Beal with it. 13 points in the game. Pass to Young. Korver fires from way outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Korver's got himself on the board with 3 there. And for Iguodala, Brent, staying strong late in his career, he claims that taking up golf has helped him.
You know how many NBA coaches have tried to get away with that very same thing, Kevin? Almost all of them. But according to what Andre says, is the more that he goes out and plays golf and challenges himself as he's playing the course and staying with it mentally, he feels like the more that's helping him on the court. And as he gets to this advanced age where athleticism is going away, it's more about the mindset and the mind game. So tee it up. Maybe that's helping Andre in ways that we don't know about. He's still effective.
Back to Gobert. Pass to Redick. 6 to shoot. Beyond the arc. Nice D from Levine.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
He doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
And it's Korver off the drive. That one goes in. Korver's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Not often, but Korver getting active now on the inside to get a good quality shot.
He was all alone on that one. 9 points for Robert Covington.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Beal. And Davis sends it back.
Love that D from Davis. Rises up and swats that shot away.
Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight. Like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Here's Beal. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself. I saw a green light there, Kevin, but he's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Wizards leading by 15. For 3, Covington. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
After not having a 3 during the first half, he's made 2 now, the second half, and he looks hungry for more. Now, there's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
Down low to the wing on the left. Now Beal. He's got 18. Floats it up for Young. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Levine. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Washington. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for the Wizards. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Trailblazers trailed by 19. Gobert with it. Now guarded by Bledsoe.
This is what Paul George gives you offensively, a guy who can create for himself, obviously, but he can do it for others and do it at a high level.
Pass to Nurkic. Back to Gordon. Wizards passing it around. And shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. And here's George. On the wing, Korver. On the wing, Korver. Young outside. On the wing, George. 4 on the shot clock. Nurkic with the block. And here we go again. Wizards in transition. Up the court they go. Shots good by Bledsoe.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, their energy level's been amazing. Battery bar still full, hustling and still working hard out there.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
And here's Wall outside. Pass to Levine. Covington in the corner. That's in there. Davis with the assist. And that's 15 points for Robert Covington.
Now this is more like it. 9 points for him from 3-point range this half. That's 9 more than he had in the first.
Now here's George. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Robert Covington picks one up.
Paul George right now 1 step ahead of his defender, using the old pump fake. You know that one, Kev, the pump fake.
So both teams making some changes here. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
Pass to Green. Kicks it out to Gordon. Fires for 3. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Back to George. Nurkic with the block. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. Outside, Redick. 5 to shoot. From deep. Portland again missing. And the Wizards with possession. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Guys, he can't miss. I swear, he was trying to miss that. He did not miss. That means he can't miss.
Beal can't get it to go.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
And the wide open shot from Green. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
And then Gordon with the dunk.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
This team did something in halftime, going from a mild-mannered half-court executing team to some heroic shooting in the second half.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Again, floor vision from Eric Bledsoe makes dishing that basketball look easy.
Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. 14 points for Eric Bledsoe.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Gordon with it. Now guarded by Reddick. Back to Gordon. It's stolen by Green. Outside Corver. Top of the key, Beal. Here's the three. Rebound by the Wizards.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Washington.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Davis.
Just active on defense, little things like clawing and scrapping and tipping passes and contesting shots. Came up with a lot of steals.
Back to Beal. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Green. Here's Bledsoe. Lays it in off the breakaway.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. There's 21 seconds left in the game. And Washington has possession. Pass to Young. Here's Nurkic. Shoots a fader, and it's in there.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it